funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet.
I don't like it! Mulligan's hide!
Huh? Kaboom.
So many people have asked me to do the thing. This is a must react, I would say. I've heard this person called moreparz knows a thing or two about Australia. And as a American that is made of soft and cow, he's about to tell me about the absolute monstrosities and spooky creatures that exist on another planet known as Australia. I know there's gonna be spiders, I just know it.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet.
I don't like it! Mulligan's hide! God damn! I gotta hide the little guys from that one, man. They'll get eaten right up. Why?
Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers
Spider
are
HQ.
highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes. And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now,
I was gonna say, what the hell do you do? Like, oh, like you can't even smash that with a shoe, probably, right? Like you can't. That's too big for a shoe. Like, do you just surrender to fate?
why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery?
Nothing.
A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much?
Why is this man leaning so close to this
Right,
atrocity?
Australian scientists have found a brand new species.
This guy is looking over this like he's looking into a pond of baby ducklings.
Of this funnel web.
This spider could jump on this guy's face. Like, what in the absolute?
That is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt.
When it comes to spiders, okay, two inches is already too much.
4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But
Nah, that's way too big. You're for sure getting with that. It was already enough at 2. Now it's twice as big and twice as problematic. Please no.
that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet?
Mr. Piss Pants, Mr. Death, Get Wrecked, Mr. I Pooped.
The Newcastle Big Boy.
What?
Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe.
The NCB goes crazy.
Big Boy. Only in Australia.
Double B, double B's, double B's.
Platypus are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird.
I know that they like lactate out of their whole body, basically, the girls do to feed their young. And they're made of poison, and scientists don't understand why they came out this way.
Everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creature creator and just called it a day.
Yeah, true.
But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No,
yes.
I'm not fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs
But they're so cute.
are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last.
How can this guy be untouchable? Like, the worst thing about it is something this cute, you can't snuggle. Like, what do you mean something this close you can't ever give a hug because it will be a hug of death?
For several.
What do you mean this little derpy, like, sea otter that's wearing a bill trying to pretend to be a duck is not something that is friend-shaped? Like, what do you mean?
Months, and have no treatment or anti-venom, so if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that
What?
big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that
Damn, bro!
track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey.
That's impressive. I didn't know his booper snooter did so much work.
Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And
That's an impressive booper snoot.
last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent. They
yeah,
glow.
I knew that too.
If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that
You could call him a party animal.
is we have no clue why they do it.
Because he loves raves. He loves rave parties, brother.
I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus man. I'll give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing?
True.
Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you.
Oh,
That's because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean.
don't collect that rock. Do not add that rock to the collection.
Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see, stonefish use their special venom for defense. However, unlike most other animals that do this little f***er doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No.
That is kind of weird because most like venomous creatures let you know. They're bright colored to like try to warn you.
This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having
Oh my god, he's a pro at Gary's mod. Like, what are we gonna do?
evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach.
Oh my god, they also are in shallow water. That sucks. This guy's a certified bastard.
And that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can
Like, why does he do that? You know what I mean? Because, like, I can understand, like, an animal defending itself, but it's like, it feels so weird that this fish, like, purposefully goes in shallow waters where more likely people are to step on it. I feel like this fish wants to be stepped on. He's like, go ahead and try.
probably see where I'm going with this.
In fact, I'll make it impossible for you to know that I'm even there by disguising myself.
Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while
no.
distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then
Oh my
deliver a
God.
ginormous dose of neurotoxin
That's
straight into your
horrible.
system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see, these things maxed out the toxin skill tree,
Why? For what reason? They don't even need that in order to take out their target.
producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs.
It's not like there's gonna be, like, a huge shark in shallow waters. Why do they need this much, like, defense mechanisms?
In under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still
Bro brought a rocket launcher to like yeah, I don't even know, like an airsoft party. Like, why does he need this much? It's a little bit of overkill.
causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia, where even the f***ing scenery is trying to one-shot me.
I am not looking that up, Mr. Parz. I want to sleep soundly tonight without nightmare images in my brain.
Why, Rosie?
Yes.
Because they're bastards, that's why.
Very true, very true. They were created by Satan. Stonefish are the biggest middle finger. They put skill points in asshole. Yes, I agree.
This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him.
Introducing the Cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys, it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You
Why?
see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their
Oh, bro, that's all you needed to say. Emus are crazy. They're so aggressive.
impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos.
That's a big ass chicken. That's a big chicken. That's Chickamus Maximus, bro. Why is he so big? He's like the biggest dumpling to ever walk on two legs. God damn. Why is he so fat? Jesus. Oh my god. Why are dinosaurs the only thing that survived are the chicken sort? Like we had like velociraptors, and then it's like, ah yes, but the smartest ones, the most likely to survive were the fucking chickens that have no wings and are built like a goddamn baked bean. Why? It doesn't make sense. Like we had literal like dinosaurs with like many feet tall, huge, and all we have left is KFC combat chickens. Like, why?
Kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could.
Why are they 6 foot tall? Yeah, we could have rode these to battle. What the
In theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out from
it's a fucking asshole chocobo. What the hell?
Emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial.
Why is that sound coming out of him? You're a bird. Why don't you go peep peep? It says.
And
why is he throat singing? Like, goddamn.
Emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial.
Nah, brother. Yeah, he does sound like he's like grunting into a trash bin.
And most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right,
Why?
This is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long.
I guess they gotta make up for it with their foot game since they have no, since they don't have any wings.
You know what I mean? Honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside
I
me.
agree, the death devices should not be this big.
And if you anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is...
He's built like a character that would be a new entry in Street Fighter 6. Why does he need this?
Is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean.
Why? Why is he so mad?
I mean, luckily he survived, but the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is
why is it kaiju turkey?
Terrifying.
The scariest baked bean to ever walk the earth.
This is Sparta.
Yes, I don't like what he doesn't need. He doesn't need this.
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
Why?
This is the gympie plant, a piece of
The gympie plant.
foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rain.
Jeez, is anything in Australia not, like, literally always trying to murder you?
Forests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection...
Listen, in the US, I already thought poison ivy was bad enough. What the absolute... Is this poison ivy at maximum level?
Aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them.
Oh god, that's so awful. Why?
Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And
yeah, why does everything have neurotoxins? This is like the second or third thing. We're not even halfway through. How many things have neurotoxin as an ability?
the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game.
Yeah, they literally are just they're literally just giving you the middle finger of pain. And they don't even take you out of the suffering. They just want you to suffer for as long as possible. That's
There are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung.
Why?
This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing
That is insane. This plant holds way too much of a grudge, man.
more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop.
Yeah, I could see that, because if you're in constant unbearable pain, your mental health is going to deteriorate. Go figure.
Particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
No! Oh my god. Oh my god. You wiped your ass with a porcupine. You wiped your ass with a leaf porcupine embedded with a neurotoxin. I feel like this is probably the worst possible thing I've ever heard of someone doing. Like, I just, whew.
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Jesus.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct.
Unless it was a girl, but even then, okay, I feel like guys have it worse. Like, oh, how many years of hell did that guy have to go through?
I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to better make my point than the saltwater crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one, yes, it can and will eat you. You see, keeping on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park, starting with their ridiculous size.
Holy shit.
Salties are the largest
That's a big boy.
reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6 meters long with a
God
maximum
damn.
weight of 1,100 kilos,
Whoa.
which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my car. And the
Why
fucked up
is it
part
so
is that
big?
despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth. You see, crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific way of saying they are dirty campers.
Yeah, they are camping out, brother. It's crazy that like, oh my god, crocodiles have such an awkward way of moving around, but they're built for stealth.
You see, they've got 2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal.
Yeah, they got their peepers out. They're playing peekaboo in a really bad death match.
And from your perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see, which makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press that they call a mouth.
Oh.
That's why I love
no.
Crunch.
That's right, just like any good camper, these scaly arseholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the planet, having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws.
Why do they need to do that? What in the world would they need that amount of power to take out?
To put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 psi, so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon.
Yes, so why do they need even more power than that? Like, what in the world do they need to take down?
And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll, spitting its ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals.
I really think that the crocodile ability is like Pokemon as fuck. The crocodile in washing machine position, I still think is a pretty cool ability. But man, is it OP, and I don't understand why they get so many different things to use. The spin!
But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years.
That's
which
insane.
means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun. Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
Yes, absolutely. That's crazy.
Koalas are really dumb. In fact, Australia's fuzzy icon is probably the dumbest thing on the planet. And that stupidity starts with their diet, because of all the things they could have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison.
Oh
You
my
see,
God,
koalas
why?
feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic, because they are full to the brim with eucalypt oil, which is so fucking poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife, with the Reaper asking you why the fuck you felt the need to eat a leaf.
Why?
Oh my
it's
God.
also highly flammable and burns like napalm, because Australia.
Oh my God.
Now, despite nature putting up this giant do not eat sign, that did not stop the koala.
Yeah, why did they choose to eat these out of all things? Why did they choose a permanent debuff?
Because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet not only gives
He can't read. He can't read.
the koala all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't fucking cark it.
Oh my God.
Meaning they need to spend upwards of 18 hours a day sleeping in order to just digest their fucking food.
Bro, so they're only awake for like maximum like 4 hours at a time. Or 6. Yeah. If it's 18. That's crazy.
These dumbasses spend most of their life in a food coma. That is, however, if they even get to the food to begin with, because they are
my
so
God.
mind-numbingly brain dead
He's so cute.
that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could
What?
give this dumbass a lifetime supply of food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would
Why?
starve to death.
What?
It should come as no surprise to you at this point that the koala has such an esky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain.
Oh
The
my
thoughts.
God. That's their brain. It actually is smooth.
That they literally have a smooth
I didn't even know that could happen. I've heard the memes, but I didn't know this was real. I didn't know this existed in real time, that there was real evidence. Like that is crazy. I did not know there was literal examples of a smooth brain. Holy.
brain. The thoughts slide right off of this dumb c***. I love him.
He's so cute though. I'm sorry. Look at him. He's so cute. Why is he so cute? Controversial.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph. Introducing the Tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet.
Yeah, no thank you. Why that? Why?
And the reason it's such a
Please
threat to your
no.
mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography.
But why?
But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet.
Why? Why does he need to be so big, please?
Coming in at a massive 2.5 inches.
Oh! No, hell no, hell no, nah.
Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably
no
the
thanks.
most effective 2 inches has ever been because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet. Coming in just barely
Oh, fuck,
behind
get
the
off my
bullet
screen.
ant.
Oh!
Pack and a half
God,
inch
oh God, oh God, the way it wiggles, the way its legs move, man.
stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating,
Can't move my arm!
and electric. Now, the size
Again.
and poison are
With the electric, like that probably means
For
it's hitting
some
your
reason
nervous
I
system.
want to go to Australia now. Rosie, you down?
No way!
aren't just for nothing, because as the name Tarantula hawk wasp suggests,
Yeah, no, thank you. That came right out of Satan's booty hole. No thanks.
they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for 'em.
Man, now I'm torn, right? it's like on one hand they take out spiders, which is nice, but on the other hand they're just as scary as a spider, so it kind of loses its momentum there, you know? Like, why couldn't you have been like not terrifying? Like, this would be a net win if you were cute like the koala bear, but the koala bear's brain is way too smooth for this.
But they don't just execute the spiders. No.
Yeah, the cure is as bad as the disease, exactly.
That'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific...
No. It's one of those. It drops off the babies on the inside, doesn't it?
...ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula.
Yeah, then it sticks the babies on the inside, probably uses it as a vessel, and then, like, when it gets game ended, yeah.
As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The bug harbor butcher then...
Imagine, instead of it saying get pregnant, it's like get pregnant, get paralyzed, get pregnant, and it's like, wait, what? Wait, what? And it's like, oh, I was just saying get pregnant.
Proceeds to drag...
And they're like, wait, but that's also bad. And they're like, wait a minute, did you say paralysis? No.
Drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larva. Fortunately...
No. Oh, God, it's even more gross. Bro, this is like Alien versus Predator. I'm gonna need to lie down. This is even worse.
There's a whole bunch...
It's like a face hugger laid in its abdomen.
...of fresh food right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider.
My God.
The larvae burrows into the...
He's not even dead. He's not even... Oh, my...
...spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation.
This is horrible. Australia was made by like some type of satanic ritual. Like, what in the...
Anywho, good luck getting any sleep.
Nature is so scary. Nature's already so scary, and then you have Australia. Oh, God, no. Yeah, the spiders were the good guys all along. Jesus Christ.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos,
yeah, that's
I present to you the hippopotamus. Yeah, look, a hippo causing a 100-long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Moodang has done for the...
And this is why Australia was originally used by the British Empire as a prison colony.
Yeah, did they choose the terrain as a debuff? Because, Jesus, like, man!
Moodang has done for the hippopotamus community. Doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it.
Yeah,
you
that's
say
a
the hippopotamus is...
Look at how fast they go, dude. They look like little, not little. They look like fat and then it's like, oh, you realize it's all muscle and that they can actually, their get up and go is actually incredibly fast.
Possibly the tankiest land animal.
Like, how does he go so fast?
On the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically
Yep.
Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single...
Yeah, he just looks like he's taking a like normal morning stroll over here.
The hippopotamus normally can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Yep.
A hippo's jaw...
They're also super aggressive and territorial, even compared to, like, the normal amount that wild animals have that you shouldn't get close to.
...produces 2,000 PSI of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass...
Yeah.
You are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, like, why does he have a built-in hydraulic press of a jaw? What in the world does he need to open that is that difficult? Like, what in the world does he need that advanced of a jaw for, brother? Like, what is he eating through rocks?
Don't forget, they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
I was gonna say, they don't even need to use their jaw, they just headbutt you and that's it. It's game over, brother.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus.
Goddamn freight train, motherfucker.
There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
Yep.
In summary, don't f*** with the hungry hippo.
Yeah, do not. Oh man, that croc.
Meanwhile, I stub my toe and I feel like I need to write my will.
Yeah. I don't understand why Australia min-max is so hard. It's got power that I don't even think... Half the power these animals have, I'm like, you won't even be able to use them in your lifetime. Jesus.
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods.
Didn't they not know how this guy was able to stay alive with how much, like, poison or whatever its mouth just contains? Like, how it's able to, like, not, like, exist?
Packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla...
Bro is a lazy motherfucker, apparently.
This little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos.
Why is he so fat? Why is this lizard so fat? He doesn't even move around a lot. Why does he need to be so big?
And being a full 3.13 meters in length.
God
Hello,
damn, look at that unit.
Rosiebellmoo, boop.
Why is he so big? He's so long. Look at him.
Which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there. Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size.
Jesus Christ, but why?
Because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous. And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there.
Just waits for it to cook from the inside out, basically.
Watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order.
Oh my
God. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal...
So it can't heal all the way, so it probably necrotizes and kills it eventually with, like, the disease it has in its mouth.
Is still slowly bleeding out. And
Bro,
the Komodo...
the tick damage on this bastard is insane.
Is still watching. More time passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside...
Oh yeah, they could eat things that are already game-ended then, huh?
Their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, And the Komodo
Oh my god, lizard asthma is crazy.
is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread,
How often do Komodos have to eat? Can they go multiple weeks without eating?
and the flesh has begun to
Holy shit.
rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching like he's
Bro, he's still camping. He's still hanging out.
waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave.
If you had to pick one of these animals to own, which would you pick? No, you cannot pick the koala.
Damn! I guess the Komodo because I have so many issues with bugs. With bugs.
Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive.
Oh my
shredding
god,
it into
brother.
chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it
Oh my
screams
God.
on the way down. Even for
Jesus.
me, man, that's fucked.
Bro, Australia is just built different.
This is the deadliest
Jesus
snake
Christ.
in the world. Introducing the inland taipan,
Woo-wee.
and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Australia, of course.
It's Australia, of course, it's fucking Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily,
It's in Caelan. Bro, the universe, like our Caelan is Australia. It makes so much sense in Elden Ring logic.
extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition
The homicidal hospital hose is truly poetic as fuck.
of size doesn't matter, because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters,
God damn, that's nasty how much it's spitting out.
the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely fucking can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet.
Really? With the shortest fangs, and this is the most deadly one. That's crazy.
Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing but not
Oh
limited
man, oh, it's Spain without the S on this fellow.
to hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin.
Why does it have so many different things in here?
Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes.
That is insane. Why does it have all of these? What? Okay, why is Australians' evolution, like, they get all of the OP things and then some that they won't even probably ever need to use or is overkill. Meanwhile, like, moths evolve or whatever, like, other animals evolve and they, like, evolve without a mouth. Like, they roll the worst RNG. Like, why is all of Australia, like, the sweats? They're like the sweats of evolution, and they have like all the top tier stats, and like too many that they don't even need to use all of them. It's like overkill, and other animals just like don't even get half of this, or like moths, I think, right? Like I said, they evolve without a mouth, and that permanently like screws them over. Like what the heck? I mean, I guess koalas are the same. I mean, technically, koalas eat something that they shouldn't be eating in their brain smooth, so... And they're in Australia, so I guess it could happen anywhere.
And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this
crazy.
snake's venom
That's insane.
is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and fucking mice.
This is what I mean! Why do they need, like, 5 different types of toxins? Why do they need to be, like, the biggest terror? And this is all that they need to survive off of. Like, what in the world? They don't need that much.
The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like
What? It makes no sense.
hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
That's the cutest
Yes.
thing I've ever seen in my
Oh,
entire
this
life.
clip.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh my god. Why are you using the BFG on the random mob? It makes no sense. Calm down, Australia. Chill.
This
Goddamn.
adorable little octopus is also the world's deadliest.
Then why is somebody holding that with their bare hands?
Introducing the blue-ringed octopus, a species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a shock to precisely 0 people at this point, it's venomous. Because
Oh.
of course it's fucking venomous.
Yeah, of course it is. It's from Australia. One theory as to why the land down under has so many diabolical fauna and flora is because of their status as an island. The island has been isolated for so long that there was a runaway chain of evolution that caused animals to have to develop worse and worse traits and would constantly have to compete with other horrible life forms. Oh, maybe, could be.
Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now, to its credit,
Yeah, true.
unlike most of the
Why is it so cute? It really is cute.
toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However, it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And this is a
It's so
problem,
cute.
because it is the most venomous octopus in the world.
Oh my god, why? Why is it pint-sized fury the worst one? Ooh.
That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin. More specifically, tetrodotoxin. You know, the same shit that turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah, these little guys
Oh
are packing
my
it too.
God.
However, because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this shit as an offensive measure by way of a venomous bite. But
That's crazy.
what does the venom actually do? Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies, and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence.
Oh, no.
The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense,
Oh,
suctions
no.
onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if
Oh my god, you don't even feel it when he bites you.
you're distracted by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static. It's warm
my
out here
God.
under the sun, but you weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and
Oh
now you
my
got a
God.
headache. You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
2 shots of vodka.
Oh my the edits
And
in
then
this are
suddenly,
insane.
your legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach. Fun fact about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic.
Oh
Freezes
my
up your
God.
muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know
Oh,
what else is a
no.
muscle? Your diaphragm, the muscle that
Oh,
controls thing.
Yep.
And yeah, turns those bad boys off too. And
Dude, Jesus Christ. Why does he need to be the tiniest little Dumbo death machine, brother?
so your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
Jesus.
Now, you may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance? That's easy. They didn't have time to.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably happened so quickly, and they probably didn't put together what happened because they didn't feel the bite happen.
You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes.
That's crazy. That's insane.
God ordered your ass with same-day shipping, and this little fucker delivered.
Oh my god.
Employee of the month.
Bro. I know the whole question is, but why? Like, why does he need that type of power? Like, what in the world?
This shrimp can cause explosions.
My main goal is to blow up.
Introducing the Mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific Ocean.
Oh man, I've seen this guy before because I played, oh my god, I played Another Crab's Lost Treasure, and he's one of the bosses in there.
And
That's how I know
possibly
about
the
him.
coolest crustacean under the sea, because this fluorescent armored sausage is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator
Bro, he looks like a fucking Pokemon. Like a Pokemon villain.
rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear.
God damn.
See, the mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey with easily the most advanced set of eyes on the fucking planet. First
Really?
off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope,
That's insane.
giving them a full
Why?
360 degrees of vision.
Why do you need to be a sniper?
However, more importantly, they can see colours we can't.
Why did they need to be able to see?
You see, the mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3.
I bet you the ocean looks beautiful from this guy's point of view.
Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Jesus.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And
Bro, they would be able to find a platypus really quick, right?
despite all of this, they still can't find who asked. What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and, most importantly, Mr. Crabs. Now,
Dang, they eat crabs?
crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does this polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands.
Oh, man. Right, he's the big punch boy, too. He's one punch man of the ocean, isn't he?
That's right, weighing in at only 90
Jesus!
grams and 38 centimeters in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force.
Why? Why do you need that big of a punch, brother?
That is 176
God damn!
newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite.
Jesus, why
Now,
do you
to
need
produce that force, its claw needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour, which is
Bro.
so fast it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a speed it creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun.
Why does he need to do that? Why does he have the capability to do a melee explosion underwater? Why does he need this ability? For what?
Mr. Krabs,
Bakugo of the sea. Why? Why is there Dark Souls bosses under here?
is getting f***ing disintegrated.
Money, money, money.
Yes.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian. Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it. It can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin.
Oh my god.
And the way it can achieve it is this bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails having a reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a grappling hook.
Why? I just don't understand why they need all of these different powers. Like, why do they need a harpoon?
That's right,
Jesus.
Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang! The cone
Jeez.
snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers an hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case
Get
that
over
wasn't
here.
bad enough, as seems to be a requirement for spawning on Australian servers, it's venomous.
Of course it is. Because of course it is.
That harpoon also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that instantly paralyzes it. This means it
Jeez.
cannot put up a fight, as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
Yeah, that's terrifying. What the absolute...
And, you know, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting.
Why? Why did they need this much overkill? For what?
Oh, yeah, and there's no anti-venom. Because it's not enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay.
Oh
Who
my
balanced
God.
this
Yeah, what the hell? My God.
If you see this thing T-pose, run.
Really? But he's so cute. This is just a little guy with a long nose.
Introducing the Anteater, a goofy little creature native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stench.
For every why you ask, the answer is always why not? It's evolution, baby.
I suppose, but look at him. He's so cute and friend-shaped. Why not friend? Every
At
time.
this point I'm expecting the people in Australia to be able to expel neurotoxins.
Yeah, might as well. I feel like it's a natural thing. Like, born in Australia means you naturally, as an animal, have the neurotoxin ability just built in from the get-go.
Goofy little creature native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stance on this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the Anteater eats ants. And weighing in at 40 kilos and 1.8 meters in length, he needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day. Now,
That's crazy. I didn't realize he was that big of a vacuum cleaner.
in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the Anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer. A 60 centimeter long tongue, designed to snake its way down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct the entire cast of Bug's life and convert them into a high-calorie meal. However, what
my
that
God.
tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground,
That's crazy. Ugh. Ants are so gross. Ants are so gross.
and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods. But last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig?
What the hell is a Bunnings? Is that a British thing?
That's simple, with the combat knives he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters are permanently cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws,
It's the Home Depot of Australia got it.
which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through f***ing concrete. Now, these work great for digging, but they are
That's insane. It could break through concrete? Holy.
which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through f***ing concrete.
That is insane.
they-
That is insane. Powerful beans he's got there. Like, those claws are nasty,
These
too.
work great for digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the
Holy.
Anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and f*** all the way off.
Wow.
If, however, you were, say,
Man, I thought he was just a little scared and trying to look bigger than he was. I thought that was why T-pose.
some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than
Oh my
ego,
God.
the Anteater will swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect height to nail your inner thigh, slip through your flesh like butter, and
Holy.
sever your femoral artery, causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes while the Anteater watches you go meet your ancestors.
Holy crap. So he's got built-in knives for hands. That's crazy.
Can you imagine having to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths you got your packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
Yes. He isn't T-posing because he's scared. He's squaring up. That's crazy.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret. But what is it? Well, introducing the Huntsman,
Ew,
native
hell
to the
no,
land
hell
down
no,
under,
hell
and
no.
the number one cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Yeah, I would.
And look, in
Yeah, that's enough for me to stay inside and never visit Australia yet. That's enough for me. You didn't have to tell me twice.
defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those
Oh, hell no.
gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now,
Yeah, hell no. Yeah, it's David the Flesh from the Huntsman game, man.
as if having a negative
Hell
charisma
no.
stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the Huntsman spider grows up to 30 fucking centimeters in size.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, that belongs in some layer of hell, but hey, no way.
Making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
Oh my god, please, no.
Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know,
No.
tank build.
He's not.
Unfortunately, the Huntsman is fucking turbocharged.
Oh god, oh god.
Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However,
Of course he is.
that's his big secret. The Huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see,
No.
despite looking like an SCP,
No.
Huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact,
Really?
seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise.
No, there's no way you can convince me of that. Hey, hell no, hell no. Yeah, my house is gone. It's burned to the ground.
Because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
Oh
I
my god.
personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you, they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
Yeah, because he's scary. Why does he have to be so big and scary? Why can't he come in a cuter looking, you know... He really is the very terrifying for a friend
Looks
shape.
can
Why?
be deceiving. Spiders are timid and make great roommates that pay rent by catching mosquitoes. Do not be afraid of spiders, Rosie. They
I'm
just
not,
like to
because
aura
they are
farm.
deceased, Chad. I'm sorry, but I have a phobia. I can't really help it, okay? I can't.
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and
No. I would piss myself. That'd be it.
cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap.
Nah, fuck that.
Now,
Nah.
in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because
Oh,
God is
hell
trying
no.
to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just
Oh god, that would be f***ing it, bro. That is so scary. Oh,
drop one into your lap. Now,
Oh my
whatever
God.
you do, don't
Oh.
panic, or you're gonna crash the.
yeah, that would be me. That would be no. Well, you guys already know that. I don't gotta tell you twice. Oh, that is so terrifying. Oh my god. Oh, why are all the cute things deadly, and why is the least deadly one the most ugly motherfucker?